of Why Leading Safe. My name is Mansoor and I'll be your host for today. In this session, we will talk and we'll discuss about why safe and why this is important for us. I've been a consultant practitioner for more than a decade practicing scaled agile practices, and my PhD is in agile governance. In today's session, we'll talk about thriving in the digital age. Organizations can follow methodologies. So when we follow a methodology, is a set of it's a way of doing something. And when we have a process, we need to know why we need to use the process. Organizations can use traditional practices or they can use agile practices. So there were 5 technological revolutions: the Industrial Revolution, the age of steam and railways, the age of heavy engineering, the age of oil and mass production, software digital, and we had the dot-com bubble. And now we are looking towards post-pandemic. So our world has changed post-pandemic. And here we do talk about a more connected world, a world which has got more communication, so on and so forth. So this is John Kotter, who is one of the management gurus. And John Kotter talks about rethinking organizations. So the world is rating at a very, very rapid pace. And to keep up with the world, we need to have competing systems. And we cannot have the old systems in place to run new methodologies or new frameworks. We started off with a network and we started adding more networks to it. We had customer centricity on one side and we added hierarchies. And guess what happened? It was a disaster. So the solution is not to trash what we know and start over again, but instead to reintroduce a second system, one which would be familiar to most successful entrepreneurs. You need a dual operating system. And this dual operating system, we just have it on our fingertips, which has got efficiency and stability and also speed of innovation. And we just have such an operating system, which is called Scaled Agile Framework. So Safe for Lean Enterprise is a knowledge base of proven integrated principles, practices, competencies for achieving business agility by implementing Lean and Agile and DevOps at scale. So let me quickly walk you through the big picture, and let me stop sharing for a bit to see if anyone else is in. And okay, so let's get into the big picture. Okay, so I wanted to share this big picture. So this big picture is located in www.scaledagileframework.com. Here, we have done quite a few case studies, and from the case studies, we know that SAFE enables organization to go to market faster, reduces defect, increased in productivity, more happier and motivated employees. SAFE has got 4 palettes. The first one is the essential SAFE. The second is the portfolio. The second is the portfolio configuration. The third is the large solution, and the fourth is the full configuration of SAFE. These are the 4 palettes. Let me walk you through one by one. The first level of SAFE we talk about is the team and technical agility, the product owner, right? So we have the 7 core competencies: the organization agility, the team, the lean portfolio management, enterprise solution delivery, agile product delivery, team and technical agility, and continuous learning culture. So at a essential level, we do have organizations who follow either Scrum, extreme programming, or Kanban. Okay, you could have an organization who could use Scrum, extreme programming, or they could have Kanban. The teams work on a team backlog, and the teams consist of developers, testers, or anyone else doing the work, the product owners, who's the voice of the customer, and the Scrum Master. The Scrum Master is a servant leader. Multiple Scrum Masters across the team work with a release train engineer who's more like a traditional program manager, but coordinates the whole release train. You also have the role of product management. So the product owners work together with the product management, and you have the system architects who develop the system architecture. We use design thinking. We use customer centricity to enable our customers and better understand our customers. We have an event called Program Increment Planning. This is a 2-day event. A program increment planning is a 2-day event, right? And we have 5 iterations, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The 5th iteration is for innovation planning. In this session, we will just cover the high-level overview, but as we go further, we will in a 2-day class talk more in detail about this. At a program level, at a large solution level, we have solution management team, the solution train engineer, right? And at the portfolio level, we'll have epic owners, enterprise architect, accompanied by a strategic team. So in this 2 days class, we will talk about how to develop strategic themes. We'll talk about a portfolio canvas, lean budgets, guardrails, value streams, talking about how do we build enablers. So this is going to be a very interesting program. It'll be a hands-on program for 2 days, which is going to be in March. I'm going to give you some dates in March. And also we'll have matrix, lean UX, community of practice, shared services, milestone, roadmap on vision and other side. And as a consultant, I use this measure and grow. So measure grow is one of the methods to basically do an assessment maturity test of the organization, at what stage an organization is all about. Right at the bottom, we have the core values, lean agile mindset, safe principles, and implementation roadmap, which we will go more in detail as we go. So this class will also, the 2-day program will also cover the 7 core competencies, which include lean portfolio management, organization agility, continuous learning culture, lean agile enterprise, team and technical agility, agile product delivery, enterprise solution delivery. Now, the first competency is team and technical agility. For an organization to go agile, the teams have to be agile. Okay, so the teams need to work on team and technical agility. They need to have the right competence. They need to build in quality. They need to have product owners who are the voice of the customers. And the team of agile teams consists of business, product management, hardware, software, quality, testing, compliance. They all have to come together in this trade. The second is the product delivery. This plays a very, very important role, product delivery. So you need to develop on cadence, releasing on demand, and there's a continuous delivery pipeline. In this program, we also talk about DevOps and the Karma approach. And also we'll talk about customer journey map. We'll also develop empathy maps in this particular class so that we can actually work using a case study. Enterprise solution delivery, we'll talk about continuously evolving solutions, coordination of trains, suppliers, continuously evolving of live systems. And this is my favorite topic, which is lean portfolio management. In this topic, we'll talk about lean portfolio management, where we talk about aligning strategy to execution. A lot of organizations do have strategy in place, but again, the biggest challenge what we have is strategy execution, right? So a lot of organizations fail to deliver great strategy is because of lack of communication. So in this section, we will talk about Lean governance, we'll talk about how those bottlenecks will be removed. We'll talk about lean community of practice. We'll talk about strategy and investment funding. So those are the areas which will be covered in lean portfolio management. Organization agility, which is part of my research. Here we'll talk about how organization can become competent. We'll talk about the House of Lean, the SAFE principle, the Agile manifesto, and how do we make the whole organization agile and strategy agile. We need to look at the new opportunities. We need to capitalize on the new opportunities. We also need to understand our competitive advantage and see how can we be relevant in the industry to move forward. Safe organizations are continuously learning organization. They always look at a sense of danger, optimize whole. We talk about problem solving culture. We also discuss in the class about being an agile leader, a leader who sets the team to an intent, reflecting on key milestones, fact-based improvements, having mental models, system thinking, shared vision, and personal autonomy, mastery, and purpose. The last 2-week iteration, what we saw was innovation planning iteration. So here we'll talk about how do you enable innovation? How would you provide the time and space for innovation? How would you create a Gemba process where people can go, see, experiment, and pivot without mercy or guilt? In this 2-day program, we'll also talk about the lean startups, innovation ripples, and as we move forward. Finally, last but not least, we'll talk about lean agile leadership, moving organizations from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. How do you enable your teams to be authentic? How would you enable decentralized decisions? Some decision making could have been centralized, some decision making would be decentralized. So we'll talk about how do we empower our teams, how do we involve the emotional intelligence, being long life learners, growing others, and enabling leading change. This leading change will be accompanied by quarter 8-step approach, right? So there you have to create a vision, you need to have a guiding force, you need to create psychological safety, and also train others and empower to reach their highest potential. The management challenge is not enough that management commits themselves to quality and productivity. They must know what they must do, and such responsibility cannot be delegated. We have an implementation roadmap. So in this implementation roadmap, we start off with the first program, which is Leading Safe. Okay, and government organizations can go for Safe for Governments. There's a 4-day program, which is called Implementing Safe. And then we have a 3-day program, which is called Lean Portfolio Management. Then after we train the executives, managers, and leaders, we also identify value streams. So along with training, I also deliver consulting engagements where I help organizations like Telstra, Optus, Airbus Helicopters in their agile transformation journey, creating their implementation plan, prepare to launch Trendz. Here we do have specialized training like product owner, product management, scrum masters, Safe for architects, Safe for teams, agile product management, Safe for DevOps, agile software engineering, and lean portfolio management. So as we move further, we need to start coaching and executing with our arts, launch more Trendz, extend to the portfolio level, and accelerate. We have a program, a weekday batch starting Thursday, 3rd of March, starting 1:30 p.m. Sydney time to 9:30 Sydney time. So we have a class on 3rd and 4th of March. You could join that. And there's a weekend batch on Saturday, which is 5th of March and 6th of March, starting with similar timings, Australian Standard Time, which is Sydney time. The normal fee for this program is 1,200 Australian dollars, including $100 of exam fees. But if you're enrolling today, you could use a coupon code, which is LS10%, which you'll get a 10% off. So please feel free to jump on the website, www.paradigminnovation.com, and click on the link, which is Certified Scaled Agilist. That's the link you go to and quickly register. The classes are fast filling, and please feel free to join me in the session, and you'll have a lot of fun action and learning in this program. Well, thank you everyone for joining. If there's any question, please let me know. I can see Kiran, I can see Zoeb. Any questions, any thoughts before I'll let you go? Yes, Kiran?
Yes, I got a brief understanding. Yeah, I'm from a different domain. I'm from Dubai. Okay, so as you have shown the packages, so it will be great. Somebody from your team, you are able to share with the pricing with the modules you are covering. So I can share with my management and look forward for this. Maybe there may be some of our team members who can look forward for the solution.
Sure, definitely. I will ask my team members to send across. But you can.
Perfect. It was very insightful. Thanks for your presentation.
Sure. I can put on the chat. You can take a look on the chat too. I have all the agendas and everything there. I can just share the link right now.
That's great. Yeah.
1 second. Thank you for joining the session. Any other questions, Zoeb? Any questions? No, I'll be sharing this recording with others.
No questions from my end. Just a note of appreciation to really good insight. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Zoeb. Where are you located, Zoeb?
So I'm in Sydney, Carlingford.
Oh, you're just close to me. Very good. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I live in Kellyville. I live in Schofield. Yeah.
Not that far.
Not that far. We should definitely meet up.
Absolutely. Looking forward for it.
Where do you work? What do you do, Zoeb?
I'm working for Nestle at the moment.
I did some projects with Nestle. I'm not sure if you have attended any of my sessions with Nestle.
Not really. So I work in a different space. More not from a local point of view. So I'm part of a global IT team.
Okay.
We're based here.
That's all right. That's good. Thank you, Zoeb. Thanks for joining. Let's stay connected. Thanks, Kiran, for joining. Let's stay connected. I know it was a brief, short session. So yeah, please do feel to reach me out or my team. Kiran, I've put the link on the chat. If you'd like to copy that, that's fine.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll copy that.
There's an agenda, there's an enrollment and other things, so you can feel free to join.
Perfect. Thanks.
Well, thanks everyone for joining. Enjoy your rest of your evening. Thank you for making time on late afternoon Sydney time, late evening Sydney time. It's 5:30, 6 o'clock here. So thanks, Zoeb, and thank you so much, Kiran, for joining. And I look forward to connect with you in future.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a good one. Bye for now.